Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. And I had to create like a whole pile of thank you cards this week. That's what I was doing at the beginning of the week here, and I thought, why don't I come on live and finish them up, and then I have some fun other little bonus stuff to talk to you about. But so if you saw like the thumbnail for my video, I'm featuring the product of the month this month, which is called Wild Bunch. And I'm like looking, where's my stamp set? Okay, one moment. It is right here in front of me. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. Of course, like right in front of me, right? So Wild Bunch is the June product of the month from Stampin' Up. So when your cart reaches a certain dollar amount, you should get prompted to add this to your cart. And each month, I'm part of a 12 demonstrator group that creates a project and a tutorial. And if you purchase the product of the month on your order from my website, then you also get that tutorial. But I've got a little fun bonus today for the next week. So starting today, which is June the 23rd to June the 24th. Today is not that, I'm looking at the date. Today is June the 17th, 2026. So from now, Wednesday to next Wednesday, which I do believe is the 24th, if you place an order of $60 or more on my shopping website, I'm going to send you this cute little kit to create your own 5 cards. But you're like, well, Chris, what are we creating? So I'm going to add my desk in here. I'm going to show you some of the cards that I've created already because I've got a big pile, and we're going to make some more. Okay. So like I said, I needed a whole bunch of thank you cards. So I'm just trying to figure out where to move my keyboard that's not like right in the way, but that I'll be able to get it later. Okay. So here I have like 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so I've made 20 already. And I think they're stinking cute. So they feature a paper pack that's not actually available yet. It is an online exclusive coming in July, and it's the 20. Okay, it's got a long name, including dates. So 2026 to 2028 In Color Gingham Gallery 12 by 12 DSP. So it features all the new In Colors, and I thought it was super cute. So, right, this is Barely Blush, Golden Glow, and you can see like there's a large gingham and then a skinnier gingham on the back side. So Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, Crisp Cantaloupe, and then Hydrangea Hue. And I thought, well, they would be really cute thank you cards. So it's for my daughter's shower that was this weekend, baby shower that was this weekend. And like I said, we needed a whole bunch of thank you cards. I'll show you where I got this little sentiment from too, because it is from here we go. Because there wasn't a well, there is a thank you on this set, but it's like, thank you for all you do. And I could have masked this off and just used the top thank you. But I thought, well, if I'm going to try and do this all like them all relatively quick, then I didn't want to have to mess around with that. So I grabbed this little I Can't Thank You Enough, and it was from the banner sayings, right? And so it fits the 3 banner punch. So it just kind of made it really easy, right? I could punch a whole bunch of banners, stamp them. So, and then I sat down and I colored them, the little guys, and then I just put them together. So, but I thought we still need a few more, but I'm going to do different sentiments. So I've picked actually the sentiments that are part of this stamp set. So I have some happy birthday, I have sending love, and hi friend. So I'm going to do 3. But if you place the $60 order this week, you'll get 1 of each of the colors. So you'll get enough to make 5 note cards, like the note card, the envelope, the DSP, well, I'll just show you. Because basically, this is what one little kit will look like, right? So it's the note cards, 5 of them, 5 envelopes, the pieces of DSP, and you can decide for yourself which side you want, right? If you want the skinny gingham or the wide gingham, we're going to use those. And then you get 1 scallop. So this is from the Scallop Bloom dies, and then I used a circle from the Stylish Shapes. So, but you get a scallop in 1 of each of the new In Colors, right? So Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, and Peaceful Pine. And then you'll get like a bunch of little banners so you can add your own sentiment on. And then your circles. Okay, so we're going to need these things. We'll pull these over when it comes time to decorate. And so I'm just going to really quickly show you all the different like versions. And I colored them with the new In Colors. So I used my blends and the new In Colors. But I also did use gray. So some of the koala are gray. So this little guy, right, he's Hydrangea Hue. And then I did a Golden Glow. And then the snails are super fun, right? I could combine the colors together. Okay. I'm just going to leave these all up here. But like I just sat and played. And I mixed and matched, right? All the In Colors. So this one, his little ears are Crisp Cantaloupe and Barely Blush. And then I made him Smoky Slate, and then his nose is like the black. So same with that guy. Then there's the penguin. And it's funny because, of course, I covered up his feet, but I made his little beak and feet the Crisp Cantaloupe color. So there's another just different variation. So like I said, there's just 20 of them so far. This guy I thought was super cute. I think this is what I'm gonna color one of these guys. So he's Hydrangea Hue and Crisp Cantaloupe. These ones. I kind of like the Golden Glow guys too. They're fun. So just like it was super fun to just sit there and mix and match. And then I did use the 2026 to 2028 In Color dots, which are not available right at the moment, but they will be back. So, but I do have those to include in the card kit, right? So, like I said, if you place an order from now until next Wednesday, I'm going to send you all the parts. So I just, like I said, we needed lots of them. So I stamped a lot of them. So we're just going to, I'm just going to trim this down. So I'm just going to, I'll color 1 of each, right? We'll do 3. And then I'll assemble 3 cards. And like I said, for these guys, I'm going to use the sentiments that are actually in on the stamp set. I'm just trying to decide where to cut these guys from. So I like when I know I'm going to do a lot of coloring or it's an image that I'll use repeatedly, I like to just like stamp a whole bunch and then I can come back and do them. Okay, so like I said, I think we're going to do this guy with the Hydrangea Hue and Crisp Cantaloupe. So, and then I'm going to do like some shading with, maybe we could zoom in just a little bit. But then I'll move this up here. Okay, so I have hydrangea hue, and I'm going to do my dark first. And just kind of do it a little bit around the edges. And then I actually did like his wings and this little portion of the body. And then I have the light. And like I said, when I kind of pick them, I just put them all down and mixed and matched them, because I think that actually for like a group of in colors, they go awesome together. So now I'm just going to use the dark. Well, actually, I'm going to do a little bit. Let's do a little bit of shading on his body. So I'm just going to do some light smoky slate just around the edge. And then I'm going to take my color lifter and just pull the color out a little bit. Try not to hit my hydrangea hue. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. Now I can add my little bit of crisp cantaloupe. Oh, so cute. Okay. So then we will fussy cut him out. But let's do so should we do the snail next? Okay, so I'm going to, I think, do this one Golden Glow, because I actually kind of like the way that one turned out. So how about we'll do this guy opposite. So we're going to do, well, maybe we'll do it. Like I said, I just had fun and played with them. So we're going to do Peaceful Pine for his body. And just little antennas. Like, so I'm just going to do the light across the top. And then I'll do my dark. And I just used the bullet tip for this because it is not a very big space. So there we go. And I can blend it out just a little bit. There we go. And actually, I think he would look really cute with Wink Costello on him. Because, right? Okay, so we'll do crisp cantaloupe. Like I said, there's literally no right or wrong. But I just colored in with the light. And then I'm going to add some shadows and some shadows on the shell. I was about to say the fur. Of course, snails don't have fur. So and then my dark, I'm going to just run it across these lines that the artist already has on here, right? And then I did add some shading across the bottom and then kind of around the swirl. Oh, they are so cute. I really liked this stamp of the month. Not stamp of the month, product of the month. Okay, So then for the koala, I'm going to do, like I said, we'll do Golden Glow. Okay, and this is my dark. And so I just have things like popping up all over my screens, but I think we're still live. So I just did some shading. And then across the top, I did dark. I will, once we have the product of the month tutorial bundle ready too, I'll probably come back on. It's so weird. I don't know what's jumping on my screen, but I could just see it like flashing out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so that's my dark. And then I will add, let's just see here. Because sometimes, you know, if there's a huge lag too. So if I don't say hello or respond to you right away, don't worry. I do come back and answer questions and comments and all of those fun things. So this is now my light Golden Glow. So take it out his ears. And then fill in my spotty. Blend in. Okay, so then I'll do crisp cantaloupe in his ears and his nose. So this is my dark. And then my light. And then I can actually do barely blush too. So let's do the dark. Cute. Okay, so now let's do 3 cards. So, like I said, I just played and mixed and matched with all the different colors. So for these ones, though, we're going to use the sentiments that are part of the stamp. So we'll do a happy birthday and a sending love and a hi friend. So, and I did punch those out with like the banner punch already. So then here's our note cards. So we will just fold our note cards over. I noticed when I was actually using my bone folder to do these cards, I actually had like dark blue ink all over my bone folder. So some of them had ended up with dark blue ink on them. So good thing we just covered that all up with paper. So I'm just hoping that I cleaned it. So there we've got 2. And then one more. So it's kind of like a nice quick way, right, to get like a whole bunch of thank you cards done at once. Okay, so we have 3 card bases. Then we're going to do 3 circles. We're going to do some ink blending on them with the same colors. And let's pick some backgrounds. So I do have 1 of each. So, but I want to mix and match. So I think we'll do this one on Hydrangea Hue. And we'll do this one on Barely Blush. And we'll do this one maybe on Golden Glow. Okay, so these will be my other two for later. And you will see too, I did mix and match the patterns, right? So I didn't do them all like thick. I did do some of them with the thinner stripe on there. So let's just see here. I need to mix and match them all so they'll all have like a home after. So if we do this one here and maybe that one there, right? And there we go, like that, right? So then these will be my other two for later. And like I said, I did add, I don't know if I did say or not, but we're going to do a little bit of ink blending on our circles. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to add my gingham piece to my card. I think I remembered to put a seal in here before. And you know what's so funny is I think the hydraulic on my chair is going. So I can see myself getting shorter and shorter. And like it feels like I get like higher and higher on my desk. So it might be time for a new office chair, I'm thinking. Okay, so we have the card base. And then we've got Barely Blush background. Okay. And then we'll do our Golden Glow scallop. And I put them about a third of the way from the top. Okay, and so we have this little guy. I'll just quickly cut him out, and then we will ink blend just a little bit of ink into the background. It was funny because I was working on like the mass amount of cards at night, and I could totally tell which ones I was coloring when I was a little bit too tired to actually be coloring. So I stopped. And I love that he's got like a little eyelash sticking out. Okay, so like I said, I tried to like mix and match the colors. So we're going to do a little bit of crisp cantaloupe on the circle for this one. So I'm just tapping my ink back into the top of my pad so that I can actually use that later, because the brush will pick up, right, more ink than I need. And if I tap it down onto my glass mat, then it's just sitting there on my glass mat. And I will typically go back and use it, like if I'm doing lots like this. But because I'm probably only going to do one color, I'm going to tap it here so I can use it later when I'm like watercoloring with my inks or whatever. Okay, so now my circle. Okay, and I think we need dimensionals for our little guy. So And for this one, I'm just going to put them slightly over here. And then I'm going to actually add some dimensionals here. Because I liked this one kind of like tucked underneath his feet. Just like that. Okay, and then you can pick, because then also like the gems, you can mix and match, right? Because they're all the in colors also. So let's do crisp cantaloupe for this little guy. And I just added 3 like that. So there we go. That is another one for that pile. Obviously, I'm going to have to take these ones out of my daughter's pile. I think I still have like 5 more thank yous to actually make her. So we will fussy cut out this snail. And they really, I was surprised. They did not, the animals did not take me long to fussy cut out at all. And if you don't want a fussy cut, right, then just stamp them on top of the circle. And then you don't have to worry about it, right? You can just color them on the circle instead. There we go. Okay, so for this circle, let's do hydrangea hue, just because I can. I actually probably even have enough ink in there. I could probably have just picked it up off the top of my ink pad. There we go. You could also splatter them with the matching shimmer brush. Okay, so we've got our card base. Oh, let's maybe do this one. We'll do this one the skinny side because we did the other one the wide gingham. So we'll do this one the thin gingham. Even just like the little set of 3 or 5 would be like a nice, really like hostess gift, or right for a friend's birthday if you just wanted like just a little something, right? The circle. You could also, if you prefer, pop this part up on dimensionals versus the animals. So we'll do dimensionals. Oh, here they are. So here we go. Stinking cute, if I do say so myself. Okay. And then I'm just going to have like the snail kind of like sitting on the happy birthday. Okay, and let's, I feel like I need to even out my gems a little bit. So let's do, well, we'll do Peaceful Pine on here. So even though it's the same as the cardstock, we will do the Barely Blush on here. There we go. Stinking cute. Okay, so that can go on that pile. And then we have this one left. So we have, so like I said, if you want to get your hands on a few little scraps of this paper before it goes live, if you place an order on my website from now to June 17th to the 24th of $60 or more, I will send you the little card kit. Okay, so let's do, why don't we do Barely Blush on this one. This one's going to end up, I think, having almost all the colors, right? So I said we'll do Peaceful Pine, Hydrangea Hue, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and if we do Barely Blush, then we've got all the colors on this one. There we go. And this one I find you don't have to really tap it off, right? Because it's pretty light. But you can definitely see it on there, so. Okay, so we'll do a couple of dimensionals on here. I'm going to use my outside pieces. And we'll just trim this guy up. Like, how cute. Okay, so we'll dimensionalize this one. I almost put this one on upside down. That would be bad. Okay, so there we go. And like I said, we'll use Peaceful Pine on this guy. Super cute. I was thinking too with those offcuts, maybe I would add for these ones a little piece of paper across the envelopes for them. But I will do that at a different point, right? So these are the 3 I get to keep, and she gets the whole other big pile. So like I said, I think I have 5 more left to do. So I will get on that. Oh no, that's not the right one. This one. These are the 3 we did today. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that fun, quick project with the new June product of the month. Like I said, if you place an order from now until next Wednesday, the 24th, of $60 or more on my Stampin' Up! Shopping website, I will send you the little kit for free to play with. So I hope you guys all, and you can like switch out the sentiment, right? So if you don't want to use this little guy, I'm sure you guys all have like other things. It would look, these cards would look cute with like a flower image on there, a different character, all sorts of different things. It doesn't actually have to be the product of the month, right? So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.